307T students. I apologize that this video is late. I wanted to make sure I was able to get some good sunlight in order to be able to do this video. I want to use this video as a way to introduce you to the class. I know some of you have already started wandering around the site and doing some work, but I want to be able to give you an opportunity to see the method to my madness. So, I'm Dr. Kevin Eric DePew, been at Old Dominion for 21 years now. And if you need to talk to me, I have what's called Drop In and Discuss on Tuesdays from 10:30 to 12 noon, and then again from 2 to 3:30. As you saw this week, I put out a link. Some of you came by and said hi. So if you want to say hi in the future, be happy to meet you over Zoom, or you can come to my office, BAL 4042, and come talk to me. This course is designed to be able to teach you both some of the practical ways of digital writing, so how to use some technologies, but also it's also how to think about those technologies and what you can do with those technologies and how those technologies influence the ways that you create messages. So it's a little bit of critical thinking, but it's also a little bit of practical how-to as well. The practical how-to is not necessarily as easy to do with an asynchronous class like ours, so I'm going to be relying upon you a little bit to help each other out, and that is a good thing, because as I mentioned above, the class I designed is kind of along the lines of the saying of give someone a fish, they eat for a day; teach someone to fish, they eat for a lifetime. And what I'm trying to do is not necessarily just teach you like one application. I'm trying to teach you how to look at applications and be able to learn them on your own. As you see here, there is no specific textbook that you have to go by. We're going to be doing a lot of work in Perusal, and there's going to be a video on Perusal in the future, near future. Perusal will cost you $50 or $60. I think it's going to be closer to 50. And what Perusal allows you to do, it's connected to Canvas, and it allows you to do collaborative annotations. So there will be some readings posted tonight that are going to be connected to Perusal, and I'll have a video out on that. You will, before I can connect you to a specific reading, you will need to make sure that you sign into Perusal. So once you do that, I could start connecting you to the readings that you will be assigned to annotate. And through that collaborative annotation, there is research that shows that doing collaborative annotations does help people both engage with the text, understand the text, and retain the content of the text better. Some of the assignments for this course are going to be, in lieu of a class, you're going to do weekly writings. Those are going to often be anywhere from about 300 to 500 words. I do want to encourage you to stick closer to the minimum word limit, because if everybody's like shooting 1,000 words at me, it's going to take me a really long time to grade your work. I'm just looking for some quick, well thought out responses that address all the criteria that I put in the prompt. What I'm looking for in terms of that criteria is the stuff that I bold, the pieces, and I'll show that in a moment. The pieces that are in bold, that is what you need to make sure that you address. Annotations, just talked about that. You need to do some annotations each week that we have assigned readings. What I often do is we'll assign you to do annotations for one of the readings. You are required to do all of the readings, but you're only required to do annotations for the one that you're assigned. Then we start getting into some of the assignments. The first assignment is an application analysis. So this all leads up to the final assignment, which is the multimedia text e-portfolio. And the application analysis helps us get there is by, again, being able to learn how to fish. So the application analysis you will take an application that can be used for creating a multimedia text, and you will do an analysis of it. I have some questions that you want to be asking as you're doing that analysis. The application instruction, basically you're writing instructions on how to do a function in a digital writing program. Again, something that will help you create a multimedia text. I want to encourage you to do the same application for the application analysis and for the application instructions, but I'm not going to require it, but it's just going to be easier for you if you choose the same application. And then the multimedia text. What you are going to do is you are going to think about a message that you want to put out in the public. And you're going to think about audience that you want to receive that message. And you're going to think about how putting out in a multimedia way, as opposed to just writing something, is going to help the audience, that your target audience, receive that message, and then you will produce that text. So everything scaffolds and builds upon each other. I will let you read some of this other stuff, AI use, educational accessibility, grading, attendance. We don't really have attendance for this class. I am going to put up the Writing Center hours once they post them. You all might want to take advantage of that. So most of the rest of the stuff is pretty self-explanatory. If you do have any questions on it, please let me know. You will see here that I have weekly lessons. At the moment, I just have week 1 up, which you are all working on right now. What I will do is I will have several, as you can see, several videos. I'm going to populate these videos. One of these will be this video that you're watching now. And then I'll give you a sense of our goals for the week, as well as your to-do list of what you should be working on over the course of the week. And then instructions for the weekly writing. What you will want to do is, see, I was talking about the bold things placed in bold. You will see that anything here placed in bold, you want to make sure ends up in your weekly writings. Those are things that I'm going to be looking for. Again, you don't have to write 1,000 words. 300 words is fine, touching on things, but you do need to make sure that you do touch on the things that are in bold. Those are required criteria. You will be submitting this in Canvas, as you can see here. And let me jump over to Canvas. If you go to Canvas, this is the modules page. Each week I will have a README, which will basically take you back to the page that we were just looking at on the Wix site. And then this will be where you will submit the weekly writing. Again, I have stuff that needs to be there in bold. And I also have some extra multimedia stuff, such as the inclusive introduction. You can access it there. So there's a bit of repetition, but that's a good thing for online classes. Next week, you'll be able to start doing extra engagement. Actually, excuse me. Actually, one of you already responded to something I wrote on their first weekly writing, so they've already earned extra engagement credit, and so they did the talking back to me. In the next video, I will talk about the grading agreement. So this is the class. I know I kind of ran through it in about 10 minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's kdepew@odu.edu. I look forward to working with you throughout this semester. I hope you have a good day and a good weekend, and take care.